How we doing? Wings and Whitetails here. We're just firing up. Figure we give an introduction video for you. We're here in about north central Illinois. And anyhow, this is what we do. This is our life. This is our passion.
Deer hunting, shotgun, archery. We do have some turkeys. We do not have them with us today for this introduction. We got some ducks. We got some geese. Doves, wings and whitetails. That's what it's called. That's what we do. That's what we're about. Everything that we do, everything that we hunt, we eat. Doesn't matter if it's this big, if it's crunch time and our freezer is low, we're going to shoot it. And it's going to be on film. If you don't like it, don't watch it. We're not going to be offended.
Well, we're just like every normal Joe here. We all work a 7 to 5 job. Well, sometimes I got to work nights and it rather upsets me, but it's what I got to do to be able to do this. I work to hunt. Hunting is my life. It's my passion. And good Tim here finally got his first joy of waterfowl hunting this year.
Yep.
I got into it several years back and I fell in love with it. I finally talked him into going and he's hooked. So
that would be to say the least.
Well, I guess it is New Year's Day. Gorgeous weather. It's unseasonably warm.
Yes.
We're actually gonna go out hunting this afternoon.
Yep.
But
try to put something down on film. Doesn't matter if it's a doe, buck. Hopefully it's not a little buck. I'd like something for one of these guys to come walking in. Possibly could. Chances are it's not going to happen, but you keep high hopes up.
I know we can't afford to buy your normal equipment. You know, you watch the Outdoor Channel, Sportsman's Channel. I watch it religiously.
Yep.
And all I do when I watch that is I go, boy, it'd be nice to have all their money to go buy a brand new tractor and own all this ground and everything else. Well, everything that we do with ATVs. We do with homemade equipment that we pull behind discs, cultivators. We just built some pull behind rototillers that anybody with a halfway garage, you know, with a welder and maybe a chop saw or a cutoff wheel on a grinder could build what we're building. If you got a junkyard nearby,
yep.
You know, we just built a camera arm the other day to handle our cameras. You know, we can't afford to go buy that, you know, $200 camera mounts. And
we are not sponsored by anybody.
Yep, we are who we are.
Our cameras we have personally bought.
And they're not any high dollar cameras.
Nope, tripods. I mean, our camera arms we built. Everything that we use, we swear by. We are not sponsored. I shoot a Matthews. He shoots a crossbow.
I hurt my shoulder years back. I can't handle a crossbow anymore. My shoulder can't do it, or handle a compound bow. My shoulder can't do it. So I mean, when I shot compound bow, I was a bow tech guy. So, you know, even though he's a Matthews guy, each one of their own. You know, I'm a G5 broadhead guy.
I'm a Muzzy guy.
Tim never had any luck with a G5. He loves Muzzy. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, if we say a name, it's what we personally swear by. It's not the sponsors around the corner here saying promote our product. Nope. It's what we personally swear by, and we're trying to hit you normal guys that, you know, have to do what we're doing. You know, to try to give you some ins and outs of, you know, how to approach landowners and how to keep that nice landowner-hunter relationship without having to shell out, you know, hundreds of dollars to lease ground, because we can't do it. And Tim and I founded this kind of a group or club or whatever you want to call it, but you know, we just want to share the information with you. And without further ado, we got a guy behind the camera, Brock. Come on in here and, you know, give us your thoughts, give us your input.
I'm Brock Decker from rural northern central Illinois. been deer hunting since 2001. Just kind of picked it up as a passion, I guess, seeing my father in the outdoors, and I kind of went from there with it. Met these guys along the way, obviously, and we all kind of clicked. We made a hell of a group, and we've got some very nice deer over the years. Obviously, my first one I lucked out and shot a real dandy. My first one, haven't been able to compete with that one since. Like Jason was saying about 7 to 5 job, I'm a garbage man. I work 3 till 4 sometimes, 5 sometimes. Sun's down when I get off work, so when it comes crunch time in the fall in the rut, I ain't got time to be out there. I mean, there's tactics you guys can use that we can show you to put that buck down, to track his every move, know when he's feeding, know when he's bedding, when he's going from where to where. That's what it's all about being a hunter, and I think these guys can attest to that as well.
Absolutely.
The more work you put into your ground, the better off you're going to be. And it doesn't matter if you got 5 days a year to hunt or 50 days a year. If you know the time and you time that buck and you watch his moves, I promise you, results will come in hand. Great buck.
To go along with that, this is my archery kill from last year. I could care less what they score, but he's 10 points. If I had to guesstimate, he's probably a 140, 150-ish. Field dress 200, just over 200 pounds, monster body. He was a short-bodied deer, but as you can tell, he was a big deer. I've been hunting. I'm 31 now, and I've been hunting since I've been 15, and that tells you how long it took me to shoot a deer for me to put on the wall. I've got several racks, of European mount that are, 6, 7, 8 points, small basket racks. I'm proud of them deer. They made me eat that night. Don't let any other hunter say, well, that's a small deer. If you're proud, that's all that matters.
Yep. That's exactly right.
A perfect example is I'm super proud of this guy here, but sitting next to Brock's monster over here, he's nothing, but I'm proud. He's proud. I know Tim's proud of his deer last year over there.
My
Great buck.
2016 shotgun buck. I couldn't be happier with him. I was fortunate enough, October 14th of 2016, to take a dandy with my bow. He is at the taxidermist right now, Trails End Taxidermy, Jeff Gertis from Amboy.
Great work.
I wouldn't take my deer to anybody else but him.
Great work.
Does fantastic work. There's, mine here, and I know Tim's is Trails End. What one of yours, Brock's here?
This 8-point
This
here.
8-point here.
Yep.
Or 9.
Is Trails End. You got to get to him pretty early because he once again he works a 7 to 5 job. He runs a Napa store in Amboy there, and he does this on the side. So
he does it for a hobby for guys who are like us, that are out in the timber enjoying what we do.
Yep. And ironically enough, he hunts right across. Let's see. I'm turned around. Right across the way over here.
Yep.
He actually hunts right across the way, and it's. I don't know. We've got a good group of guys here that got a lot of information, a lot of talents, and a lot of talent in the hunting side of this industry here. And we want to share it with you guys to make you guys become more successful, and try to put a little bit bigger deer down if possible, or just make you be able to fill your freezers a little fuller that next year, so you don't have to go to the store and give them guys plenty of extra money.
Amounts of money.
I know Tim's household, Brock's household, and mine basically live
Run off deer meat.
Yes, run strictly off deer meat. That's our red meat in our households.
Yep.
So.
And don't ever be afraid to give us your tips and info. We love it. Feedback is what we want.
Any questions, comments, concerns?
Get a hold of us.
Our email will be there. Obviously, not going to put our phone numbers out there, but our email will be there. Look us up on Facebook, Wings and Whitetails. Follow us, like us. Questions. Don't be afraid to post, comment, email us. We'll give you every single tip that we know. We'll share it with you. We're not afraid to.
Nope.
Send pictures of your bucks.
Yep.
Your memories, your pride and joys. The best part about this entire thing is the experience. It's never antler size, it's never body size, it's the experience that you have with them. 2 of my bucks up here, I will always have the greatest memories because they were with my father. It's one of the greatest things you can ever have. It's about family and friends.
Absolutely.
I know my future wife got into bow hunting 2 years ago with me. Love every minute of it. She's not here with us today. She's got my daughter. I know each one of these guys.
My wife hunts. Yep.
My wife wants to try shotgun hunting deer this year. She loves waterfowl. She loves sitting in the layout blind shooting at geese. There's, I mean, other than dropping a monster like these, I don't think there's anything cooler than listening to geese hit the dirt.
Oh man, yeah.
Except watching that coyote and your daughter
Oh,
crack up laughing watching that coyote
absolutely.
hit the dirt.
My 7-year-old daughter went out deer hunting with me this year. I shot a nice 8-point buck first season shotgun opening day. It was last daylight, but opening day. And she was upset that she didn't get to go with me, so I went and bought a doe tag. That was all they had left. And I bought a doe tag so her and I could go out second season. And we went out. We seen some does out at 300 yards, and I wasn't going to take a crack at them with her. If I had the muzzleloader, it would have been a different ball game. But we had a coyote come in at 110 yards, and she looks at me. She goes, "Well, you're going to shoot it, aren't you?" I'm like, "Well, I guess so." And she grabbed me the shotgun. I got the windows open, and I let that coyote have it, and he just
Piled up.
Yeah, I parked him. He just dropped dead. And she looks at me and she goes, "That was awesome," and starts kind of giggling. And for 3 days straight, that's all she talked about. And I mean, I got memories of coyote hunts, but that hunt myself will be a memory of a lifetime. Of, you know, she's deer hunted, archery hunted with me, and you know, she's 7. She's a little antsy, you know. So, you know, we haven't seen anything in bow range yet, but you know, to have that experience is bar none, you know, what I'm living for anymore. Besides, you know, I mean, I live to hunt, but to have a daughter or your son, daughter, your child, stepchild, whatever, you know, enjoy the outdoors and go out with you. I mean, there is just absolutely nothing in this world that can contest with that feeling, you know, warm fuzzy feeling in your heart that,
Yep.
you know, it just melts me. It really does.
The bond, man.
Yep.
Passing on the tradition.
Yep. And then stay tuned for our up and coming videos. We will have videos on food plots, what seed we use, fertilizer,
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do, you know,
clearing food plots. This year, me and Jason have got a property that we are going to be putting 2 food plots in. They're not going to be very big, but it's going to be a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of groundwork to get these food plots ready to go. You'll see our 4-wheelers, you'll see our implements, and in action on video.
and if, you know, we'll probably do a breakdown of, you know, how everything works, what everything is, you know, so you guys can get a little bit more in depth with it.
And there's no need to go out and spend big money on a compact tractor with a big rototiller. What we are using are 2 4-wheelers, and a lot of it was with our snowplows on the front of them.
Yep.
That's how we cleared the majority of these food plots out to start with. Trails that we've made to access timber stands, just to let the deer move through briar patches a little easier. We use the 4-wheelers.
A deer will go the path of least resistance.
And
and that they do.
I can contest that 100%.
Yep.
Your bucks will always follow your does. When that rut hits,
yeah,
you better hit them doe trails. From food to bed.
Yep. Water, food, and bed.
That's
exactly
exactly
that's their 3 main components. If you know, well, a spot that we're going to hunt this afternoon, we actually kind of have to sneak around a bedding area to get into the stand, because there's just absolutely no other way to get get into this property. You have to go around the bedding area, and it's a little tough. We got to really take our time, you know, and especially now that we're toting in cameras and everything else. There's a lot of luggage that goes into, you know, doing these, you know, going to be doing these films and these segments, because, you know, we can't just drive right up to the stand. You know, I know, like my property that's south of here, it's a 300-yard hike just to get to the timber alone, and then it's, you know, another 50 or 60 inside the timber to get to the stand. Yep. So, you know, we don't have the luxury of being able to drive right to our stands. So
a box blind or anything, and jump up in it and say, "Hey, we're hunting." No, you got to put the effort in, and that's what we do.
And especially now, the presence is twice as hard. These are high pressure deer. They're not high fence deer. This is all 100% fair chase, fair game, and these are high pressure deer. They are hunted all the time.
yeah,
This
there's
is northern Illinois. There's
From
5 shotgun seasons and unlimited bow season. I mean,
well,
From October 1st to January 15th, I believe this year is the last day, January 15th.
they're running. They're moving.
yeah,
they're
Them
hunting.
deer-
especially
them
this
deer-
property we're staying on right now is there's a hunting club just south of us here that
Well,
Tim, how many people
Clear.
hunt that property?
there's 30 plus.
On what, 100 acres?
No, there's over 1,000 acres.
Is there
on
1,000
on that?
Well,
Is it-
all together, but straight south of here, we border about 100 of it.
Yeah.
So, there's 30 people in that area, just south of us, and anymore, come shotgun season, we stay out of this property here alone
Yep.
because it kind of becomes a sanctuary, and the deer know that they're safe on this piece of property because nobody shotgun hunts this property.
Yep. This property has not been shotgun hunted. I've been hunting it since I was 16, and I'm 34. This property has not once been shotgun hunted. The landowner, I am fortunate enough to have known this landowner since he bought the property. He's got kids my age. I take care of all the mowing out here. I take care of the food plots. I patrol the ground. If the guys from the hunting club shoot a deer during shotgun season, it jumps onto this property. They call me before they retrieve the deer, just so I know who's on it, because I do have trail cameras. I have caught people out here that aren't supposed to be. I don't put up with it. And the landowner is behind me 100% when it comes to calling the law enforcement. IDNR, the conservation police have been out here with me before and addressed some of
Just legal issues, we'll put it that way.
legal issues with other people being on the property, and everybody on the hunt club and on this property is all in compliance. So stay tuned.
Yep, we're
Got a
we'll,
jam-packed
we'll
2017
just sign
coming.
off here and
Got a jam-packed 2017 coming, you guys.
Yep.
Happy,
your eyes on it.
happy New Year 2017. Wings and Whitetails is gonna be awesome.
I mean,
If you're not
I
on
wouldn't
board,
say
get
we're
on
just
board.
wings and whitetails of it. We really do enjoy a good old coyote hunt and
Oh yeah,
parking them things.
predator
Hey,
control.
it's
you gotta
part of
do
it all. It's
Yep.
part of it all. You don't want to see a fawn getting
And-
tore up by a yoke.
Nope, and we'll go in depth with what firearms we use with that when we get into Yodi hunting. Which I don't know. What's tomorrow look like, fellas?
I'm ready.
So anyway, wings and whitetails. We'll sign off here and look forward to seeing you. Follow us, like us, give us points, tips, questions, comments. Get a hold of us.
Pictures.
Yep.
Send pictures.
Yeah, we
We love pictures.
Yep. We're here for you guys doing what we're doing the hard work for you guys so you can just go out and do what we know that works and will work for you.